Hey everybody, welcome back. Hopefully I've got an interesting and helpful video today. I'm going to show you how to take something like these rusty bolts and put a nice black oxide coating on them. If this is helpful or enjoyable, please make sure to like and subscribe because it really helps me and I appreciate it. So let's get into it. I've got 8 of my motor mount bolts that I want to put in my 6.0, and the problem was they were all rusty and needed to be cleaned up. So I did that in the wire wheel on the bench grinder. This is my wire wheel on a stand. Now there's 2 types most commonly of wire wheels, and that's soft and a firm or soft and a hard. I use a soft one because you can really work your bolt head and threads up in there without it. It's more forgiving, in other words, and I think it gets into the threads and the nooks a lot better. So that's the setup I use to clean the bolts off with. But the problem with doing that is it removes all the coating. Now, I could just rely on some anti-seize and hope it doesn't rust up for the most part if I ever have to take them back out. But I've run into this before, and even though I'm going to paint the bolt head, all the threads will still be bare. So I've run into it before, and I've wanted to test out a coating because when you paint it, you can't paint the threads, and then you can't put a wrench on it because it knocks the paint off. So we're going to try this kit from Caswell. They didn't give me any discount or send it to me. I bought it full price. Their black oxide kit, and I got the water-based sealant. A little bit more expensive. I think I paid like $110 shipped for it. But it was quick shipping, and I called them up, made sure they had it, and asked them if they'd ship it to me right away as soon as I put the order in, and they did. So I got it Friday. I think I ordered it Tuesday afternoon, so that was nice. Just in time for the weekend because today's Friday, so even though I work tomorrow. But anyway, we're going to try it. So basically, it comes with 2 pails. I suppose that's if you mix it all up at once. You can seal the pails. They've got a sealable lid, which is nice that they include those in the kit, but I'm not going to mix up that much. This is going to be kind of a test run. And it comes with 2 quarts of the sealant. So I'm going to just probably drop these bolts right down in the container of the sealant, and I've got a little mixing cup. I ordered these off eBay by like the 100 pack TCP. So the black oxide concentrate, you mix 1 part to 9 parts water, distilled water, and then you do that for, it says, between 30 seconds to 5 minutes max. Then you remove it and rinse it in the fresh water, which is what this is, fresh distilled water. And then you immediately put it in the sealant for 1 to 2 minutes. So we're going to do that, and we're going to see how it goes. I'm going to put my mask on, put some gloves on. Okay, so I've got my black oxide solution, my distilled water, and my sealant. We'll go ahead and try it out. I'll do half of them at once. Okay, so 30 seconds to 5 minutes, we'll give it some time. So they're definitely a lot blacker. I'm gonna blow them up and then stick them in the pail. So these four are the untreated, and these four are the treated. So anyway, you can tell that these four are much darker, and I did them for about 5 minutes, which is the maximum recommended time. So I'm gonna go ahead and do these other four. Once they go in the block and I'm ready to final install the engine and transmission, I'll scuff the heads and paint them with the rest of the block. So these are going in the motor mounts again. Well, hopefully this coating will be better than just leaving them bare. I'll still put the anti-seize on them or what have you, but hopefully it's just a little bit more insurance. I've got my bolts and I've got my motor mount, and we're gonna try and go ahead and mount her up and see what she looks like and see the resistance. It's been about an hour since I dipped it and I've blown them off a few times. They're still a little bit wet, so I probably could wait a little longer, but I'm curious. Try turning off the flash and see if that helps. But they really aren't marred up at all. I mean, this is a black oxide coated bolt that I did not do. Same with this one. And here's my black oxide. The tip looks like the tips look like they might be a little worn in, but it looks more worn on the camera than it does to my eyes. So I'm pretty happy with that for what it is and the cost. I mean, I'll be able to use that kit for a very long time. So this is one of the bolts that I just pulled out of that motor mount, and I wanted to see what the threads looked like afterwards. and I washed it in some water because there's some rust from the threads on the block side. And I mean, the threads aren't even scoured up. I mean, you can still see that the black oxide coating's intact. There might be just a teeny bit of wear on the edges where the socket was engaging, but the washer's good. And, you know, being as my most concerning part was the threads, I'm super duper happy with that. You know, is it as good as it was brand new black oxide coated? I'm sure it's not, because they do it, you know, this is cold, whereas that process from the factory probably, or wherever these came from, was probably hot. So is it perfect? No, but for the few minutes it takes to do this, the insurance it provides, and actually the pretty decent coating it provides, is definitely worth the money to me. You know, everybody will have to be their own judge, but for what I was trying to accomplish, this is the ticket. So I'm going to keep using it as I continue on. You know, I think it'll be really helpful to me. So thanks everybody for watching. Please make sure you're subscribed if it's helping you, and liking the video if you enjoyed it, and we will see y'all next time.